Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. This is Derek, Professor Silly Gaming, and I have started building new settlements. My first build was here at Sanctuary, and I just want to give you a quick tour. So, no people. This is entirely a player home build. No food production because I don't have anybody farming. No water. It's really just for me. 10 power, 16 defense, 1 bed. Happiness doesn't matter. The size is not filled up entirely. All right, without further ado, this is our home, but let's show you the outside first. So, I built a security fence around my entire player home so that it is protected from anybody that might show up while sleeping. All of these walls are continuous all the way around. I did use a bus back here as part of the wall. You can see some smoke coming out of there. That's because that is where my generators are. I will show you that in a minute. It continues around. Now, of course, things that can burrow underneath, but we have a turret right there, and we have another turret over there. And these are placed far enough out that if I stand underneath here, the line of sight for this turret is not quite, it's not 360 degrees, it's 240 degrees? Same with this one over here. It's placed just on the outside of the corner so that it has a 240 degree view, including if anything tries to come up to the gate, it gets into crossfire. Right, so the actual home. We'll show you the outside first. So there's nothing really over here. I left all of the garbage in place. On this side, we have a little walkway around to the back. Here we have, again, our generators placed in here. And then a wire that connects over and over to here. We do have some food planted, just don't have anybody tending it, per se. And up on top of the house, I have this little barbecue deck here. So we've got a grill, got a little place to sit. We've got another place to sit here and relax with a beer. And then up on top, we have a little sniper's nest. So I have the closest thing my character has to a sniper rifle at this point. This was all built at very low levels with no mods that changed how I collect stuff or how I build stuff. So I had to scrounge for all the materials to do this build. So the sniper's nest up here has a really good view of the entryway coming up to the gate. If you come around to here, got a good view of the river. And of course the backyard. You can see pretty much that way really well as well. So yeah, pretty much a 360 degree view of the world from this little sniper's nest. I did put in these glass walls and moved all of the workbenches into here, at least the workbenches for like weapons and armor. That stayed in place, although I did put down mats, to make my feet a little happier. Left these up in place because I didn't want to lose that wrench that's sitting right there. Got some storage up in there. Tried to leave as much as possible. I didn't want to scrap everything. So we got some of our mods here if we want to put them back in place. Going inside, we put a little door in place. We moved the cooking station up into here. There's plenty of room in the ceiling for smoke to leave, so we weren't in any danger of hurting ourselves. A little table here. We can sit here and eat, or we can move the food elsewhere. Got some storage over here in the refrigerator. The refrigerator doesn't work, of course, but the ice cooler, in theory, I'd like to think that the ice cooler does work. Here we have a little lounge area with a little mini bar, so we can move the ottoman over and have a seat, have a nice breeze. I found this painting / made this painting, and we got some beer bottles. On this side, that was supposed to be up on this table. It must have got kicked. We'll just move it back real quick. Boop. Over here we have another little tinkering bench with some stuff that we can take apart that we can use for other things. So we've got some very parts heavy pieces, building a spotlight here. Getting some weird graphical things there on the right-hand side. Got a radio, which I'm going to always have turned off for these videos. Back here, we've got our bedroom with a little TV just to kind of make us feel a little bit nostalgic about being home. Of course, there's no windows here. This used to be the bathroom, but it's the most secure room in the house for sure. So we've got some stuff placed around here. Got a gas mask in case a radiation storm comes running in. Bottle of bourbon to help us sleep. And then up here we have our little Walter White room. I left this table in place because it has this little lamp here. Left that storage up there. And then I moved the chemistry bench into here so we can be all Walter White-esque. Probably get some good chemicals out of the makeshift battery. And then we've got our shelving unit where we've started to collect up what drugs we've had or made. And then, of course, Nuka-Cola is the far better drink to be having while you're working on chems. So, on that note, you have a great rest of your whatever, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta.